This podcast is brought to you by the Islamic Center and NYU. For more information, visit our website at www.icnyu.org.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. I pray that everyone is doing wonderful. It is an honor and a privilege to be with you. Alhamdulillah. I am actually very excited for this opportunity for us to experience this meditation together today, inshallah. So one of the things, of course, during this time of year that many of us are focusing on is about gratitude, right? This sense of being thankful. And subhanAllah, of course, that this is something that in Islam is a very important concept, this concept of being grateful, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that when you have gratitude, that He will increase you, right? In the Quran, Allah says, if you are grateful, I will increase you. Now, the interesting thing about this increase that's mentioned in the Quran is that there's no limit to it. It doesn't say, if you're grateful for this, I will increase you in this. If you're grateful for this, it says, if you're grateful, I will increase you, right? This includes expansion, of course, of what you have, what you're grateful for, but also of more, right? That inside of gratitude, there is abundance. There is abundance. And so with that being said, what's important, what do we have to do in order to be grateful? There has to be an acknowledgement, number one, of what is the gift. What are the gifts, right? What are the gifts that, number one, that Allah has given us, right? What are the gifts you've given to yourself? I know that, subhanAllah, this one is one that we don't focus on as much. Yes, of course, our gratitude to Allah is always welcome. We are oftentimes grateful for other people, and we're able to express our gratitude to them, telling them, thank you for this. Thank you for that. But I want us also today is to turn that eye inward, right? Which is this concept again, which we're constantly building on. And there's this concept of muraqabah, self-watching. But this type of self-watching that we're talking about today is not only just the awareness. Now, in the concept of muraqabah, meaning what we learn is that we are not only there are multiple philosophies that say you are what you think, right? And so in Islam, we say yes and no, right? Meaning that you are the user of your mind, that you are the one who actually is in control of those things. There are things that are passing thoughts, right? That come from a multitude of things. They come sometimes from our subconscious, our previous experience. They may come from information that we've heard, messages that we've received in the world. But then the human being, the ruh, right? Also in terms of the aql, has the ability to then rise above that. Right? And in that rising above that, we're able to then, of course, say, let me analyze this thought. Let me decide, is it a value that I wish to keep and hold on to? Is it something that I need to say, this does not work for me. It doesn't serve me. And so it's something that I remove or I resist or I push away, which is a technique also for ruminations, negative thoughts that are just on replay. The other aspect is we say, how does this idea or this feeling affect my spirituality, my spirituality as it relates to myself on one end of the equation, and of course, ultimately Allah on the other end of the equation, that being the vertical, And then, of course, the spirituality that is horizontal. How does that affect my relationship, first starting with myself and then outwards, right? This way, in terms of other creation. And so the very first thing, again, is I want us to look at, what is the gift? What is the gift, right? And how are we receiving that gift? Even for ourselves, are we able to recognize our own gifts and receive them? And then how are we able to then offer those gifts to other people? There's gratitude even for that process, right? The ability to give a gift. As I'm sure many of us have a lot of different virtues or qualities, but you're not always in a position to have the strength, the patience, the love, the calm, the peace, the generosity of spirit to then share that gift with other people. So when you are able to share that gift with other people, there is something to be said about that. There is something to be acknowledged about that. And so I want us today to focus on, of course, this kind of acknowledgement of the gift, right? Reception of the gift, gratitude for the gift. And then we will work on the vertical and the horizontal. Yes? Yeah. And so with that being said, I'm actually ready to get started. Didn't want to spend too much time on that concept today. I'm so excited about diving deep into the meditation that I don't want to spend too much time on the philosophical portion. But again, we're just to reiterate, this portion of muraqabah, this portion of self-watching is using the soul, right? The highest level, right, of the human being, the highest aspect of the human being. In this case, I'm talking about the spirit, right? The ruh, to give not only an awareness, but an acceptance and acknowledgement as it relates to intellect, right? As it relates to the aql, and even as it relates to the qalb, to the heart, to oversee, right? The heart. Imam Ghazali talks about this in The Alchemy of Happiness, the 4 aspects of the soul, which is the ruh, right? Which is the chief, which is either the queen or the king. And then there is the qalb, which is the heart. And then there is the aql, which is the mind. And, and there are aspects to the mind. The mind is very vast, as we know, that there's a portion that is rationale. There's another portion that we would consider intellect. And then there's another aspect of mind, right, that goes into wisdom. And then there is the nafs. The nafs is the part of the human being, actually, that can be neutral, more connected to the world. It can become ego. It can become desire. More connected to Allah, it becomes aspiration, right? It can become energetic will. And so this is the nafs. And so again, but what we want to focus on is the gift, right? That we're overseeing it from the concept of the spirit, from the ruh, right? And then acknowledging what is the gift. There's certain gifts, subhanAllah, that you are receiving. I think I want to move over just a tad bit for my light. And so we want to focus on some of the, when we have gratitude brings about peace. It brings about harmony. It actually is one of the greatest things that facilitates love, right? And so today we'll focus on 2 names of Allah in Asma and Husna, in what's called the 99, the mighty, majestic names of Allah. One is Ash-Shukur, right? Ash-Shukur, the one who is appreciative, and Wadud, which is the source of all love. So we will find these 2 names coming up in our meditation today. So please be ready to receive them, which is Ash-Shukur, the one who is like abundantly appreciative, the one who is abundantly grateful, right? And then the one who is Al-Wadud, which is the source of all love, the giver of all love, the acceptor of love, the definer of love, the expansion of love, just all the light of love, all of the majestic qualities of Al-Wadud. So with that being said, if you take this moment, I'm going to do it myself to get adjusted, make whatever physical adjustments you need to make in order to be comfortable. Right? So take a minute or 2 and settle yourself into wherever you are. If you are in an office space like myself, then settle back into where you're sitting. I've got a pillow here for behind my back. so that I will be able to relax, sit right in a relaxed position. The soles of your feet should gently meet the ground. You're going to relax your shoulders, right? But if there's anything, if you make sure that the room is in a comfortable temperature, that everything around you is in a space where you're able to not only be comfortable, but to relax in that space, right? And so take just about, let's say 30 seconds, 30 to 40 seconds, and I'm going to allow you to get comfortable. Just 1 minute. All right, for myself, I needed to take a quick sip of water and put some chapstick on, because even as I was going into the meditation, I could feel, these dryness right in the corners. So I said, you know what, let me get comfortable with that, even those small things, whatever you need. So at this time, if you'll take a moment and focus on your breath. Sinking fully into you. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Taking full breaths, allowing your breath to fully fill you up, and then to release. Give yourself permission to relax your scalp, your forehead. Just allow those spaces to become soft. Allow your jaw to soften. Allow the back of your neck to release any burden that it's holding. Send breath into your shoulders and the backs of your arms. Send breath into those elbows. Allow your breath to comfort you. As you take in full breaths, noticing the expansion of your lungs and other parts of your body. As it releases, release all tension. Release everything other than peace. Send breath through your thighs to your knees. Send breath to your calves and the soles of your feet. Give your ankles permission to relax, to be. Let your breath fill up the corners of you. Do a full body scan. Have you released all tension? Are you replacing it with peace? You are so blessed. You are loved. You have been prepared for, planned for, considered. There's so many gifts in your life. Without concentrating, just breathing, just notice, almost like tiny drops of rain, tiny crystal lights of brightness to fall upon you. Be able to just notice the gifts. Notice the faces, the moments, the feelings. Allowing your breath to fully do what it does, which is to connect you, to fill you. Notice all the gifts that have been poured upon you. The gift of faith, the gift of wellness, the gift of strength, the gift of rest, all those bright, tiny, gentle lights gently falling upon you like a drizzle of rain. All for you. All stars for you. With you in mind, with you considered, with you loved. Every portion of you is a gift. Notice, what gifts have you given to yourself? What gifts are there of you that you're ready to receive? No concentration. Just allow them to gently present themselves. Slow breaths in. Gentle exhales of pushing everything other than peace and wellness away. Inhaling all of your gifts. Filling the space of you with gratitude. Yes, Shakur. Yes, Shakur. Gently whisper to yourself, thank you. Thank you for giving me the space to breathe. Thank you for opening up your heart to love. Thank you for your voice. Thank you for all your gifts. You are abundantly full of gifts. You are full of wonder and goodness. Thank you. Are you receiving your own gifts? See kindness, love, peace in front of you. Without concentration, allow it to present itself in front of you. Focus now your shukr toward Allah. Thank Allah for the gifts. Turning your inner consciousness toward Allah. Allow your breath to receive kindness with your inhale. See your kindness with your exhale expanded. Giving your kindness, send your kindness, your love, your gentleness to someone. Choose that someone gently without concentrating. Send your kindness, your love, your peace to them. Be grateful for the giving of peace, the giving of kindness. Your gift is well-rounded. The gift of you is expanding. It is from you to Allah through the Ruh, and you to those around you. You can send it as far as you like or as close as you like, including you. You are loved. Al-Wadud. Ya Al-Wadud. Ya Al-Wadud. In the next breath, in the next breaths, receive love. Receive love from Al-Wadud, from that which is all around you. Receive that as you inhale. Ya Al-Wadud. I want you to notice your spine. Allow it to travel upward, making your back more straight, bringing you to an awareness to your eyes, back to this room, back to this space, back to us. Notice the room around you, the wall in front of you, your hands, the floor. Take a deep breath. Remember this week to be grateful, to find the kindness, the love in you. Notice the gift of you and be willing to give it to others, to share it with others through the gift of you. Jazakumullah al khair. Inshallah, we'll join together again soon. Sorry for the disturbance. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
If you would like to listen to more, please donate to www.icnyu.org/donate. For more of our virtual programs, go to www.icnyu.org/classes. If you have any questions, email us at info@icnyu.org.